can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Gray Productions. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Robbie, and today we celebrate the mothers. This bud's for you. On today's episode, it is the 1991 comedy "Don't Tell Mom, The Babysitter's Dead," written by Neil Landau and Tara Eisen, directed by Stephen Herrick, starring Christina Applegate, Joanne Cassidy, John Getz, Josh Charles, Keith Coogan, Conchetta Tomei, David Duchovny, Kimmy Robertson, Jane Brooke, and Ida Reese Merrin. Alongside me is a man who experienced a 48-hour orgasm. The cousin Benny. How you feeling after that?
You know what's funny? I've never even been to Santa Barbara.
And alongside the cousin I is a man who stole my Buick dressed as Liza Minnelli. How dare you? One of our good friends and co-host, Ryan. How could you?
Sorry, it's a classic. I had to take it.
It's true, it is.
So yeah, like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch. And it is a special Mother's Day episode. So we chose 3 films with mom in the title. And this one won pretty close vote on Instagram. But don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. I think, am I the only one that saw it? Or did everyone?
Dave, please, like 15 times. It was a classic growing up.
All right. Just making sure. I didn't remember. And typically we'll try and pick movies that maybe one or all of us haven't seen before, but we like coming up with themes like Mom's Day or whatever we feel like, because it's our show. We'll do what we want. But before we get into the film itself, please send us an email, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. Get involved in the conversation. Suggest some themes, some movies. Tell us what we missed on this episode or whatever. Follow us on Instagram. You can vote on the movies that we put up on the poll every Friday. And Benny, tell them what else they could do.
Oh, please follow us on YouTube. It's at Let the Boys Watch. I know you might see a couple Will Ferrell clips before you get to us. But if you just type in the @ symbol and Let the Boys Watch, we'll show up a little bit quicker. And you won't have to do that anymore if you subscribe to us. It would mean a whole hell of a lot to us. You can watch our beautiful faces on YouTube. And yeah, leave a comment and subscribe and rate.
Yes, do all those things. Or you know what else you could do is follow us on all those things and just like not interact with us at all. Just watch stories and just don't do anything. That's fun too.
You know what though? I will say if you follow us on YouTube and that's all you do, we'd be very happy because that's one of the metrics we need. So please give us a follow.
Yeah. Especially if you like what you hear. And if you don't like what you hear, follow us anyway, because nothing better than getting riled up in the morning.
Yeah, how many Gmail accounts can I create and subscribe to my own podcast? So please help us out.
Google's shut you down. No more accounts.
This is your 40th account in a day. How dare you?
So we don't typically, go through every scene by scene of these films. We like to, come up. We have some segments. We talk about favorite characters, scenes, and give it a plum score. But we always start with our overall impressions, unless any of us have never seen it. And then we talk about, like, what'd you think about going in? But I think since everyone's seen it, let's just kick it off with overall impressions.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't? I thought you said you
not seen
did.
it. No, this is my maiden voyage on this movie.
Oh my goodness. Well, Benny,
Yeah.
please. Did you even know about this movie before watching it?
I knew about it. This is kind of that dark era for me, for where you guys are probably right in the wheelhouse for it, but I was only like 5 years old when this came out. Sorry. I'm not aging better than you guys, that's for sure. But yeah, it's kind of my dark era when it comes to the 3 of us. I probably start coming into the movie world in about 1996, I would say, when I'm about 10. But yeah, I don't know what I expected from this movie. I definitely didn't expect where it went. I thought it was an interesting way that this story was told. But yeah, I had no expectations for it. I didn't even know who was in it until I saw the the rental screen that Christina Applegate was in it. But yeah, no real expectations and no real thoughts going into this one. Although I did have a couple people say, "You've not seen this movie? It's crazy. It's a classic." And I said, "Well, time to bust my cherry."
You should have said, "I'm right on top of that, Rose."
Well, now I will.
Yeah. Robbie, you want to start us off with overall impressions?
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I watch this movie. It's my sister Kathy's favorite movie. Um, Anytime somebody gives us shit in a group chat, we throw the right on top of that rose GIF just to let everybody know to chill out. I don't know. I haven't watched it in so long, but my sister said that she watched it a couple of weeks ago, and I asked her if it held up, and she said, yeah, it did. And for me, it did hold up. I didn't think it was, going into, I thought Empire's gonna be a little too corny. There's probably gonna be the kids that are gonna annoy me, but nobody really, kind of annoyed me. So I thought everybody was very well acted. I love the nostalgia. I love the old, logos and stuff like that. I forgot a bunch of funny things that happened in the movie. I mean, it's a great movie, a little redemption arc for some characters. So I love that. But I really did enjoy it. I think Christina Applegate was fantastic. I mean, my plums are through the roof. I deducted a few plums for the eyebrows. They were terrible. But other than that, I mean, I really enjoyed this movie. Lots of LOLs, and it just brought back some nostalgia. And I guess, seeing movies like that when we're younger, you're always going to be kind of, I'm trying to think of the word. I forgot the word. But it's always going to come back, and you're always going to have that nostalgia feeling. You're always going to love that movie. Maybe here or there it's a little corny, but to me, I thought it was pretty good. Story a little far-fetched, yeah, but I mean, it's a movie, so what can you do? But I definitely enjoyed watching it, and while watching it, remembered how much I really did like this movie.
I gotta say though, I will take natural eyebrows over the super pencil thin eyebrows we had in the early 2000s any day of the week. So you won't catch any eyebrow slander from me on Christina Applegate.
Those pencil thin eyebrows are disgusting. Every time I see them now to this day, automatic pass.
Yeah.
Hate them.
Hate him. Ben, you want to go?
You go ahead. I did my expectations.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as Robbie. I feel like, um, Robbie, was it the same for you where I feel like this movie was always on TV, especially I think on HBO. It was just on all the goddamn time. So I must have watched it like no idea how many times.
Always on. Always on.
Always.
I think we definitely I know Kathy had the VHS. I know we had it, and it was always on. So maybe 15 times wasn't. Maybe it's 50, 60.
Mouse. So it definitely also for me, it's very nostalgic. You know, I remember watching it again like a million times. Um, it I think it didn't hold up as well for me as it seems like it did for you, although I still enjoyed it. Like I was like, all right, I remember this and seeing some of the people in there, I'm like, oh, like this fucking guy, like, just and we'll talk about some of those characters, but um yeah, I don't it was kind of like I enjoyed it, but I was like, this is pretty rough to a certain extent. So like it's still gonna get a decent score from me, but not great. And I'm very curious how Benny is gonna like react to it because seeing it for the first time, completely different story. Um, but yeah, no, I enjoyed it and it holds a special place in my heart because like I said, it was on all the time back in the 90s. But I think if I saw it for the first time, I'd be like, eh,
Hmm.
eh. I mean, that's what people think about me when they first meet me. Could
Yeah,
do
but
That's
then
without
they
him.
get then they get to know you, and please plum score through the roof on your
Oh,
personality.
Please,
like,
you're the Belgian waffle of this podcast.
that is a great compliment. Thank you.
It's fantastic. I love Belgian waffles.
And not the first ones that he was burning, but like the ones where he got good. When he got
Well,
Of
good,
that's
course.
got
Of
good.
course.
that might be you. The first impression is, wow, burnt Belgian waffle. But then you get to know them, and oh man, these are perfectly cooked.
That's true.
Whereas me, it's reversed. Like wow, this guy's awesome. Then you get to know him. It's like, oh boy.
Wow. A young Antonio Sabato Jr. This guy looks fun.
This guy's cool. And then it's like, oh my God, it's a young DJT Jr.
For me, so yeah, first viewing. This is definitely one of the movies of all time. It was, I don't know, man. This one did not hit for me at all. I don't want to say at all. There were some moments with it that, you got a good laugh at. I agree with Robbie. Christina Applegate was really good in this. I was surprised by that, considering this probably had to be one of her first roles, definitely first movie. I just found like all of the characters unlikable, and even like the redemption arc on them. I was like, yeah, you already dug yourself too deep, buddy. Um, yeah, I just it there's no nostalgia factor for me, so I didn't have anything, no skin in the game going into this one. Definitely checked how much time was left a few times in this movie and was a little disappointed in how much time was left. Um, but listen, I'm not going to say it's a terrible movie by no means. I just think the story is so friggin' crazy. And I do appreciate the fact that even though the movie's called Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, that really didn't make too much of a difference in the story. But to get to where they wanted to go in the story, they got there quick. Like there wasn't like 30 minutes of the babysitter being a pain in the ass. There wasn't like, the mom was on screen for maybe 5 minutes and then she was gone. The babysitter was on screen for maybe 5-10 minutes and then she was gone. So they got the story going. But once they got into it, it didn't need to be that long. I mean, come on. Like I didn't need an hour and a half of this story. And it was just so out there and so ridiculous. Again, it's a movie, so I'm not gonna dock it too much for that, but it was just like, what is going on here? Where are we going? And yeah, so for me, didn't really hit like it did for you guys.
Are you not a fan of QED reports, bro? What's up?
Oh, please, the QED reports. I'm doing them all day at my job, so I couldn't just to see them on screen. I didn't want to. I couldn't bear it.
I agree with you. It was hard for me viewing this time to find a favorite character because all these characters fucking stunk in their own right, and they were terrible human beings. But yeah, I do wonder how I would react if I was watching, the first time as an adult. So yeah, I mean, definitely different from my point of view from watching it 50 times as a 10-year-old. So I totally get where you're coming from because it definitely has the ability to take a turn, and people watching for the first time as an adult probably like, all right. I guess these movies catch you. They have to catch you at a young age.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And when I think of like 90s comedies, I mean, there's so many like bangers that this one, it's like I could have went without this one. Yeah, I got my fill in the 90s.
Fair. To your point quickly, I'm not sure if we'll get to this, but like in scenes and characters, you talk about like how they didn't waste a lot of time, like getting to somewhere, and then it's things are happening, but they also like the redemption and the like montage of them like figuring it out was like this. All of a sudden, all this stuff happens. There's no way any of that stuff would happen in real life in that
Can
quick
can I
of
just
a time.
can I just say some of the worst montages in movie history? These montages were not good. I could name 50 montages that were better than these. I mean, we're coming off 80s pure montage heaven, the 1980s. And this one, they kind of mailed it in a little bit with the montage. I mean, the music wasn't that great on top of the montage, just being just kind of like weird scenes. So yeah, the montage just didn't hit for me in this one.
You know, a decent montage, you know, it is what it is. But the fact of the matter that they're sitting on a house like that with a pool like that, and they're just leaving it to shit, and then all of a sudden, bam, let's fucking fill the pool up. Like, how dare you?
I
That's a summer dream.
I wanted to bring this up, but I mean, as like a germaphobe, maybe that's what triggered me the whole entire movie. Is that house was effing disgusting. Like
Disgusting.
even when the mom was there, it was in disrepair. So maybe that's what was killing me so much.
One of the oh, please, I wish I could teleport because I would have been teleporting and Windex that entire house in the movie if I was in it because it caught me so off. I forgot how disgusting the house was. I was turned off immediately.
Yeah.
And like the mom, yeah, the mom's home, the house looks like an absolute dumpster. And then she comes back and it's like pristine condition and she's all pissed off. Like you'd think she'd be like, all right, let the party go on. This house is really nice now.
Well, I remember one of the bigger parties that I had at my house, and I got caught, and my parents came home, and dude, we cleaned the house like immaculately. So by the time they got home, they're like, well, I mean, everything's fine. So I guess it's not really that bad, but you still should have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how she came home in a full fucking safari outfit where like she was just on the. She's so annoying.
And what mom goes away for 2 months with all those children? Like I know there's a 17-year-old in the house, but like, come on. You
Please,
Just
I mean
confirm.
that's she. Please don't even get me started with the mother
Yeah, stinks.
on Mother's Day.
No, no what? Ah, never mind. I'll just say it. No wonder her husband left her.
Clip it.
I don't blame him. I'll tell you that right now.
I wouldn't live in that filth. Come on.
Oh my God, please, I'm having PTSD.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
Speaking of disgusting, should we do some plum scores?
Let's score it.
Who wants to go first?
Let Benny go first. I want to see if he gets us the first five.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's not terrible, and I would consider terrible. That's when we're getting into our under fives. But I'm going 5.9 on this one. I had to. I was thinking of giving it 6, but I was like, you know what? I need to disrespect this movie and give it a 5.9 because there were people in my life that told me, like, how have you not seen this? It's a classic, and just utterly disappointed. So I'm going 5.9. Put the first 5 on the books for Let the Boys Watch, and come at me, bro, and bro S's.
Kathy's gonna cut you, bro.
Oh,
I'm ready. She better comment in the YouTube. I want to get ripped apart in the comments.
all right, I'll tell her because Kathy, I think she might have heard this score and she's fucking throwing things downstairs.
Sorry, Kathy. I still love you though.
All right, it's all right. It's all right. You just had to watch it when you were 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go back in time and do it. Robbie?
Sure. On this nostalgia factor alone, I was juggling, you know, sevens. I mean, please, well, we're not going to get anything lower than that from me. It doesn't matter what it is. You could, so for nostalgia purposes and how much this movie means to me, I'll go 7.4.
Fair.
It's a good nostalgia score.
Yeah. And I'm pretty much I'm in the middle of you guys. Nostalgia definitely helped it. Like I kind of look at it like, yeah, fives are pretty rough, but I'm gonna kind of go with like 65 is like passing. I'm gonna give it just above that, and that's basically the nostalgia factor. And I'll get to it later, but one specific scene. Um, so I'm gonna go 6.6.
Mary
This might
Lemieux.
Yeah,
this might be our lowest average score.
yeah, probably.
Sorry, Christina.
She saved the movie. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh
She did.
no, yeah, she was good in it.
And if you're listening and watching on YouTube, come on the show.
Yeah, wow.
Please feel better. Please, God.
Yeah, I know, for real.
What's
Bad.
wrong with her?
She's
She's
in
got
rough shape.
I think she's got MS, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I'm sorry.
She's good. She's a good actress. She was good in Dead to Me.
Yeah, she's
She
good
was
in a
good.
lot of stuff.
She was
I mean,
fantastic in Anchorman.
I was gonna say Anchorman, please.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Married with Children. I think she dated Brad Pitt. So there she is. I
She did?
think Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp, one of them stud muffins.
Hope it was Brad Pitt. Johnny Depp looks like he smells.
I know, right? I think this smells like farts and cigarettes. That's
Yeah, he took the Pirates of the Caribbean role way too seriously.
yeah, like he just reminds you of a guy that like doesn't shower like for just 4 or 5 days straight.
Yeah. Because your oils, your natural oils.
That's true.
All right. You guys feel like scenes or characters first today?
Scenes,
All right.
scenes. I want to save characters for last.
Okay. Fair. You want to go first for favorite scenes, Benny?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay, I'm gonna go give you a little sentiment on this one. I enjoyed the scenes between. I want to pull his name up so I don't botch this. Between Christina Applegate and Josh Charles. I thought it was a nice little love story. I thought they had good chemistry between them. And as far as characters, he was probably the only one that was semi-redeemable, even though he went full-fledged psycho. And was like trying to get Sue Ellen's job out of her. But I will go to the date they had on the beach. That's probably my favorite scene. I thought that was well done. I like the chemistry between the two of them, and it was very sweet.
Nice.
Do you know? I don't know if either of you have seen this film. I don't think you have, but he is from Dead Poets Society.
I haven't seen it,
and I love him.
I haven't seen it.
He's very familiar. He's in a lot of stuff.
He's in a bunch of stuff, yeah. But that's where I knew him from first.
I think he narrates those football live things on the NFL Network.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for him. Love to see him getting work.
Yeah. I like that too. I believe their romance, their chemistry, they had good chemistry. They probably smashed and dash after they yelled cut.
He gave her the clown dog.
Yeah. Oh man.
Robbie, you want to go next?
No, you can go.
All right. Favorite scene. Honestly, even though it was absolutely ridiculous, the scene that sticks out the most from watching it a billion times in the 90s was the end scene, the party, the fashion show, the mom showing up and Rose getting upset and Gus, that clown.
That's the best.
Oh, I'm just kidding. So that scene really stuck out a lot for me when I was like thinking about it. So I'll go with that. I mean, it was a happy ending. It was nice.
She should have took the job.
She should have. What an idiot. You're going to waste all your money going to college?
Exactly.
Please.
She's making $37,000 a year.
She was making like 1.4 million. Like if you scale that salary up till now.
Probably. Wait, let's do it. While Robbie's doing his thing, I'm gonna find out. 37.
Well, my favorite scene, it was almost a tie between Walter falling off the roof. Because Walter just was very annoying. But I'm gonna go with Miss Sturak's death to set up the movie. She was the worst type of babysitter I've ever seen in my life. I remember back in the day, I hated her guts, hated her. She was the worst. Well, you coming in, you schmoozing, you with the mom, everybody do this, everybody do this, and then all of a sudden you got people wearing name tags, and you're a lunatic. Then you go into Kenny's room, you see a couple titties, and then you have a heart attack and you're dead. I mean, see you later. I mean, see you later. But I mean, thank God she died. You know me, big God guy. I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but thank God she was dead because that set up the movie. And imagine dealing with her the entire summer. I mean, golly, somebody would have killed her. I think Kenny would have stabbed her or something with a Belgian waffle. But yeah. I mean, it sets the movie in motion. She stunk. If I had to deal with her for another hour and a half, I probably would have given this movie a 3.6. So, my favorite scene was when she kicked the bucket.
Fantastic choice.
Great choice. Yeah.
Oh, quick question, real quick. Did anybody catch when the mom said that she's been on this earth for 37 years?
Right? She looked
Okay.
like she was like 58.
Okay, I almost fell out of my fucking lazy boy because she
And
looked
with,
old as bricks.
oh, I mean, she went through childbirth 5 times and then had
Yeah,
to
that's
deal with
true. That's
5
fair.
fucking insufferable children.
Also true. Okay.
That is true. All right, you're back.
And she lived in filth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't shower for days when she went on her excursion to Australia.
She just lived in like the whole house was just a cancer risk.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Any Menches?
Yeah, I love growing up with KB toys and stores like that. I love the bouncing scene. What a
The best.
fantastic scene. I mean, please, a couple of young kids in love, just doing stupid stuff at a KB toys, fake KB toys. I mean, it's fun. I love seeing the old nostalgic toys and how much fun, and also just young love.
You know what got me right in the nostalgia in the toy store scene was um the demo game that was set up at
Ah,
the end of the aisle that like Toys
Yeah.
R Us always used to have. I used to love going in there and like playing like whatever game they had on demo. And
I was
like,
gonna say the rack of bikes.
yeah, that too.
The
You
best.
just walk by, it just smelled like the grease that was on all the chains.
It's
I
nothing
would
better than that. There was really nothing better than that. Just going to like your grandmother or somebody going there for your birthday or something like that, and just running through a Toys R Us or a KB's and just
the best.
cleaning house with your parents' money.
You know what's funny
Well,
too?
they don't have that anymore, kids today.
No. You know what's
Sucks.
I always used to remember like going in there with my dad and be like, we're not getting anything. That's like, well, yeah, we are, because you're taking me here. So like
Why are you
I'm
here?
gonna
Yeah.
yeah. So shout out to dads taking you and then
Yeah.
telling you you're not gonna get anything. Maybe they want to just like ramp up the when he does cave and get you something that feels like that much sweeter. So yeah, I miss those days in the toy stores. Because why else are you going? You got no other reason to
Yeah.
be there, Dad.
There's no cigarettes in the store. What do you? Come on.
Yeah. Well, candy cigarettes, maybe.
You
Maybe.
remember when you went to get the video games and it was just that plastic case with just the sheet of
Yep.
like the cover of the video games?
Best.
I mean, I've,
I would pay so much money to get like the scent of KB toys in like a candle or something or whatever. I don't know. It was like a mix of plastic and candy and like rug
and like carcinogens.
and cars. Oh, it was definitely full of cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was the best. I was the best. Used to go with my grandmother all the time.
best.
Rest in peace, Grandma Ducks. Uh, please. WWF wrestlers. I mean, forget about it. Transformers, Ghostbusters. I had it all.
The best. Benny, you got any Menches?
I liked all the scenes with Sue Ellen at work. I just love the whole fake it till
Same.
you make it, her delegating. Again, Rose Lindsay, not the worst person in the world. She was like, a little naive, a little sweet. And she put up with, a child, obviously unknowingly, but it never took that tone of the evil boss that was like, asking her to do unreasonable things. Like she was very supportive. Um, and even when she found out what was going on. So I liked all the scenes between Rose and Sue Ellen and, just the scenes with her at work.
Well, I mean, imagine coming down from a 48-hour orgasm. You're going to be on cloud nine for so long anyway. No wonder. So
True.
please.
True.
That's true. I like those scenes a lot too. Like, because nobody knows what they're doing, even today. I don't know. Nobody knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
No, it would. I mean, I wish that's how I got hired.
Yeah.
Instead of
But
going
that was,
through
I
the
remember
process.
thinking how ridiculous was that? Like she's just standing there and like that's like what people say to get jobs now. Like just go shake hands and stick your resume in their hands. They're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't leave until they give you a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in my day.
Yeah. I have Vanani Mensch that I want to make sure I mention because it is the most 90s thing maybe I've ever seen. And it is David Duchovny, Agent Mulder, if you don't know.
$1 million.
$1 million with the gelled back hair, but
Oh.
this is like dry and the little ponytail thing. But when he goes up to his girlfriend's desk and he's like says something, but he just goes Banaka.
Oh yeah.
The best. Oh my God, Banaka.
Duchovny was on fire in this movie.
Forget about it.
The best. Oh my God. All right. Least favorite scenes. Wait, who went last?
I don't really, I mean, I think I fumbled the bag on this one. I don't really have any least favorite scenes. I guess just dropping Mrs. Stark off at the morgue. I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, that's not gonna invoke a full-on investigation. They're not gonna be going around town looking for a serial killer. Somebody just dropped an old lady in a fucking treasure chest. I mean, come on.
I wonder. Sorry, go ahead.
Of all the preposterous thing in this movie, just dropping a lady off and a nice old lady, here lies a nice old lady with a fucking treasure chest, find some cash. I mean, please. I mean, so stupid, so dumb. I think I believed it back in the day, but the fact that they didn't shut down the border and shut down the state is just insane to me.
Nobody in, nobody out.
I wonder if when the morticians found all that cash, that they were just like, let's just keep it quiet.
Yeah, probably.
Did you see the end?
Yeah.
Right? They went.
Yeah.
They were going to Vegas.
Yeah.
The boys are
that's what I'm
partying.
saying.
Swingers too.
And then they could have blamed it on Liza Minnelli. They had the car.
There's Benny's. There you go. You just gave Benny an idea for his podcast. What happens after? What happens
You know,
next?
spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Not a good choice. I'm gonna go with. I mentioned it before. For me it wasn't a terrible montage, but it was too much that they all like this. There was the switch just went from off to on so fast of Christina Applegate's a fashion designer. Kenny's a gourmet chef. They clean up the house in like 5 minutes when it looks like a dumpster. And they do all this stuff. Like it was just I am willing to suspend a lot of belief in a lot of movies, but that was a little far.
Agreed.
Especially they're all kids. She's 17. When I was 17, I couldn't even pack a lunch.
No.
Yeah, when I was 17, I was eating somebody else's lunch.
Yeah.
Dude, stand up 69s.
Please. Yeah, while eating somebody else's lunch.
My least favorite scene was the lunch between Gus and Sue Ellen. Even though he didn't know she was 17, just the creepiest fucking dude on the face of the earth. He was such a slime ball. I hated him so much. And just the cherry on top was the post-coital cigarette line. I was like, get this guy off my screen. I hope he falls in a fucking sewer somewhere and you never see him again the rest of the movie.
The best.
My man was a pussy magnet. Come on, don't don't yuck Gus's yum.
Oh, please.
With that car and that fucking
Where's he from?
That's
He's
what
so
I'm looking
familiar.
up. Social Network.
No.
Yes.
Who was he?
Psy.
No.
Yes.
Wait, who was Psy?
The lawyer.
That's right.
Oh, wow. The old dude?
Yeah.
Wow. My man got old.
Well, it was like 20 years in between.
No, you're thinking No, not the guy with the white hair. Not the Winklevosses lawyers. Was he Zuck's lawyer?
I think Zuck's lawyer. Yeah.
All right, maybe I'm
I
messed
think
up.
you're
I'll have
thinking
to
of
take.
the. I think you're thinking of the white-haired guy.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking of a white-haired guy. All right, I'll have to take a look at it later.
Yeah.
He looks pretty good. Yeah. That's right. I fucking love Gus. Please.
God, you would.
Yeah.
I'm
He
so, I
was
love being
Zuck's lawyer
sleaze.
with the glasses and like the bald head.
That's what I do at work. I just ask everybody out and, hey, sweetheart, you want to go make some beautiful music together? One thing I am doing though with that, me and Gus have in common, I am giving out 48-hour gasms. That's a guarantee.
Yeah, there's no shot in the world Gus is unselfish enough to be giving out 48-hour gasms.
No, Gus is just straight, get
He
on
is a
top.
selfish.
I'm done. Cigarette, maybe some chicken wings from Clown Dog. I'm out of here.
Yeah. He is definitely a selfish lover, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, he probably tell what's her name to go sleep on the couch after he was done nutting.
One thing I forgot to mention, favorite scenes, I guess. Ani mentioned just everyone ripping cigarettes all over the place.
Love it,
The best.
love it. Just
Yeah.
she's like 14 years old and just smoking butts everywhere.
The best.
Yeah, my
Fantastic.
Ani mensch for least favorite scene is Christina Applegate smoking a cig right in front of her mom at 17. Dude, I was like on secret missions every time I went to smoke a cigarette when I was that young. Like, I mean, they probably knew, but I still think that they didn't know I smoked as long as I did.
Nah, they know. We were
Oh, for
stupid.
sure. For
I
sure.
remember I used to think if I smoked outside that no one would smell me.
Oh my God. And you stunk to high heavens. I can't.
Stunk.
Oh, it stays on you for weeks, it feels like.
Yeah, disgusting.
The best.
But the best.
but the best.
All right, where are we? Characters?
Yeah.
All right. Let's switch it and do least favorite first. Does anyone want to go first?
Gus, go fuck yourself, Gus. I can't stand you. I just wanted to smack him in his dirty, rotten teeth all over my screen. I couldn't take him. From the first moment he walked onto the screen, I had a vendetta against this man, and I wanted all the bad things in life to happen to him. And I still don't think he got his comeuppance enough because he's going on to the next floozy in the office. So Gus, I mean, for days and days and days, as much as, and there were a couple people, man, that I could have just come off the cuff with in this movie, but for some reason, man, Gus really got me, and he might be my most hated character in any movie we've watched so far, and we've been doing this for quite a while now.
Wow, that's
Wow.
high. That's tough.
And not
Maybe
because he was evil, just because he was,
just
but
a
just because
slime
he
ball.
sucks.
Yeah. And I mean, it takes a lot to get Bob Newhart off this platform that
wow.
he was on. But he's that. I almost would go back and watch Elf every night of the week after this.
Not a fan of the Gus Bus.
Ugh, scummer.
Wow.
What an idiot. Who the fuck would send your girlfriend's assistant roses?
Gus.
They work in the same office. Like, not just the same office, the same room.
They're
What an
not. I mean,
idiot.
what a just scummer. Just taking advantage of that we're not exclusive tag to the absolute max.
They weren't going steady.
I mean, it's true.
You got to go steady.
I'm gonna have an
True.
aneurysm if I keep talking about Gus, so I'll just leave it at that.
I'm gonna go with, and I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, so I'm sorry, R.I.P. and Pete.
Real quick, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I don't think Gus was that upset when he found out Christina Applegate was 17. But anyway, go on.
No, you are correct, sir.
No, but I mean, it's Gus.
It's the 90s.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Ron.
No, that's fine. I cut everyone off. No, yeah, Gus is huge piece of shit. If you didn't take him, I would have taken him. So I'm gonna take, again, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but I'm gonna go with Zach. That kid annoyed the fuck out of me. I just hated his guts. That's it.
I mean, and to spend all that money on on the worst entertainment system of all time. I mean, I know
No,
that.
that's the myth. Oh, well, he was involved. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay,
younger
sorry.
one I liked.
Walter too.
Walter's cool.
Okay.
Wait, Zach's dead?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, overdose.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But and according to the internets, he was like using drugs during the filming of this movie. What was he, like,
He
14?
was like, yeah, 13.
And
Is
like
he
they
really?
had to they cut a bunch of scenes out because he was like fucked up.
Wow. But that was that Holly. I mean, that's the stuff you hear about
Right.
from the like all the child actors during that time. Like the 90s was a rough time for them.
Crazy. But yeah, he just pissed me off. And maybe it was because like he was zonked out all the time. I don't know, but
He
I
stunk in this
did
movie.
not like him.
He sucked.
Yeah. Robbie,
Sorry.
it's quite all right.
Um, my least favorite character was the front desk lady. What was her name? I forgot her name.
Oh, Claire or something. Clarice.
Carolyn.
Carolyn. I mean, please, smoke showing. I mean, I thought she was dynamite, but I mean, I get it. I get the hatred and the jealousy of seeing somebody young come in there and take a job that you want. I totally understand that, but I mean, ease up a little bit. I mean, you want to ruin this person's life. Let's just chill out a little bit. Calm it down. Be a little nicer. You have to work with somebody. It stinks working with somebody every single day of the week. Just be a little nicer. And of course, I
That's what
mean,
she's from.
she's
Sorry.
dating Duchovny. Why wouldn't she? Just a lot of inter-office romance going on over there. So I can't wait to see what happens when they all break up. The messiness of that place. I mean, QED reports everywhere. Nobody's getting work done. Everybody's sucking. Nobody's fucking. And then, so yeah, I just didn't like her. Very attractive, but I didn't like her attitude.
I mean, they definitely did not have any type of workplace training back in the day.
No.
No sexual harassment videos and training going on there.
Not with Gus in the charge.
Gus got Gus with the kibosh on those. What do you need that for?
What are you
Just
trading
kidding.
for?
Just kidding.
I'm just kidding. Just say you're just kidding at the end and nothing
Yeah.
counts.
That's it. I really didn't think when I was going to turn on the Zoom that there was going to be this much Gus hatred.
I mean, again, we're looking at this with 2024 eyes, babe. I'm sorry.
I mean, Gus is
Gus in 2024 is an absolute nightmare.
Gus is behind bars. Gus has already been canceled by Me Too 15, 16 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
Hey, Gus, definitely on the Epstein flight logs.
Oh my God. Yeah, for sure. He had his own private charter going back and forth.
Taking these chicks to the opera. That's Gus. Come on, he's a music guy.
Yeah.
Where was who from?
Oh, Carolyn. I was like, where the fuck have I seen her? Kindergarten Cop.
What a fantastic fucking movie.
Really?
Best. Yeah. Did you see that movie?
It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Zach's mom.
No way.
Yeah, the kid that the father beats him, that Arnold.
Oh,
Got him.
oh,
The best.
that guy, that friggin' guy. Oh man, we need
I'm
to
sure
watch that movie.
I'm sure you probably like him better than Gus.
We might have to watch it. I'll have to re-rank.
Yeah. Who's yeah, I don't nah, he was beating kids. I think he's worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, any Ani mentions from anybody?
No, it was for least favorite?
Yeah.
Yes.
The fucking clown dog manager. I mean, anybody that's in middle age that excited for their fucking clown dog job. I mean, that guy talk about fucking That guy's on that.
You can't say that on YouTube. Do not say that again.
Oh, talk about Schmettersniles. That guy, please forget about it.
He's a PDF file downloader.
Yeah, he's a PDF file. You got to cut it out. But that guy definitely had some skeletons in his closet.
For sure.
I'm gonna get negative views for this one this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to beep that. I don't even know how to beep it. Robbie, you always give me something I got to do special in these. You can't make it just easy to upload these videos.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. My Ani Mensch, I mean, just a failed redemption story for me, but Kenny, like,
Really?
what a scumbag. Come on. I mean,
Come on.
but like, I mean, we could put this on the mother partially. The kid smoking weed in the house. He's 17. He's got the pot leaf on the door. I mean, listen, who am I to judge? Because God, you know, I don't want to open that door, but but I got to make myself look good somehow on this podcast once in a while. He was such a scummer, dude. You don't think Kenny was a scummer?
Yeah, but once Walter almost hit the kibosh, she's like, all right, I gotta wake up. You always have that rock bottom moment. If you smelling him cooking.
There was a lot of rock bottom in that for me with Kenny.
He's gonna go to culinary school, Benny. Come on.
I mean, good for him. I need Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead Part 2 to see. I need proof that this kid turned his life around. I need proof. I'm not buying it. After
I think he went on a date with Nicole. He wasn't gonna fly right to not F that up.
Oh, I don't know. I can't tell you the truth. I can't tell you. I can't. Yeah,
because I know Kenny, and he did it. He made it.
He did.
All right.
I know plenty of people like Kenny. They woke up.
Okay. All right. Maybe he got like a high triglyceride number when he went to the doctor and he turned his life around.
Could be. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. Any other people?
We can't leave her out.
Oh,
the mother.
Oh yeah, the mom. Fuck her.
Oh, forgot about her.
Garbage.
That's what I wanted to pick.
2 months she leaves. She treats her house like shit. She treats her kids like shit. Get out of here.
It just, you know, it hits you in the heart, even though I don't have kids, that the whole beginning of the movie, like, oh, my mom is going to be gone for 2 months. I'm so happy. You're like, oh, that's kind of.
Yeah, I know. I thought that too. Like, she was just like, I can't wait for my mom to leave. I'd be like, that's awful.
Yeah, I mean, for a couple nights, you're like, yeah, dude, sweet. You're going to be alone in the house. Like, yeah, that's awesome. But 2 months and like how psyched every single one of those kids was.
Right.
But then you got to know her a little bit. You're like, yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
She just stunk. She stunk. Let me see. I did have notes because I couldn't stand her as she walked on the screen. How are you? I get it. No structure. How are you not cleaning that house? Really? How are you not cleaning that house and putting your foot down?
Newspapers on the stairs.
Come on. And Elvis is over there probably shitting all in the house.
Right.
Who knows what he's doing? Get it together, Ma. And where'd she get the cash to go two months in Australia? You know how much kind of bucks you have to have for that?
Well, she had whatever boyfriend that
Yeah,
paid for
boyfriend
the
was
whole thing.
paying for it apparently.
And who's all right? Let me tell you something right now. If I'm on the scene looking for chicks, scoping chicks, and I need a girlfriend, I'll tell you something right now. A mom of 5 in a dirty house is dead last. I'd rather take Liza Minnelli out on a date and the boys with the Pishcadels than this lady. Come on, the house, please.
Agreed.
37, yeah, in your bra.
I'm a brunette.
I'm a brunette.
Brutal. Yeah, good choice. We couldn't leave her out. She stinks. All right. Favorite.
No, we still got favorite to go. Oh my god.
Yeah. Wait, who went last?
I went first. I jumped the gun.
I think Robbie's up.
All right, my favorite character is what's her name? The manager, Rose. I thought she was fantastic when I first watched it. I mean, like, of course I can go Christina Applegate, but chalk is chalk, and you don't want to do that. No, I just enjoyed everything about her. She was very nice to Swell Sue Ellen. Just a really nice manager. Something, you really want a nice manager, and I think Rose did it. I felt bad that she was getting taken advantage of by the main dog, Gus. But what can you do? The guy's a walking sex addict. So I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna have that everywhere. But I just enjoyed it. She was a great actress. She really, played her role very well. I thought she brought a lot every time she's on the screen. I enjoyed her. She brought the funniness. She brought the sad. She didn't freak out when she found out that Sue Ellen was 17. She really was just still trying to help her, seeing what she was up against. I don't know. Watching this movie in the past, I was gravitated to her performance, and even now, she was fantastic in this movie, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know where she went after that. I don't think I ever seen anything else, but you know, she kind of coined one of my favorite phrases of all time. Right on top of that, Rose. I mean, please, that I'll say that until they bury me 6 feet under.
Yeah, I'm not surprised she wasn't in a lot of stuff after this because '90s was that time where like you had one wrinkle on your face, they like launched you out of Hollywood. You're like, you're not in anything ever again. So I feel like there's a lot of those actresses you see in the '90s that you're like, well, I mean, she was very good. What happened to her? And just the second they got a little bit old, they just never got casted again. So
He was in
hopefully,
stuff.
was anything good? I mean,
Well, like
Who
Leprechaun
Framed Roger
6.
Rabbit?
Who
did
is
I
she?
see that?
Jessica
Uh,
Rabbit?
yeah, the what's his name's like girlfriend.
Prominent
The
role?
um,
Let
decent.
me ask you. Let me ask you this: true story?
True story, Michael.
Right, Mike. She's done a lot of TV.
Okay,
Blade
So good
like
Runner,
for her.
SVU adjacent.
Probably, yeah.
NCIS,
Oh, of
Tulsa.
course. 100%. Bones.
Yeah,
She's the best.
she was very sweet. I enjoyed her.
Yeah. I agree. Good call. Um, I mean, I will pick Chalk just because we have to pick her because she was the best part of the movie. I thought Christina Applegate as Sue Ellen or Swell, um, fantastic. Who who could pull off a career woman and a teenager same time? Sister, pseudo mother, friend, lover. She did it all. Good
Yeah,
job.
fantastic. I mean, Oscar worthy performance in an otherwise awful movie.
Yeah. I think if I was in your shoes, Benny, and saw it for the first time, I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
It's just so outlandish. But yeah, no, she was great. She was
Yeah.
great. You can't knock the hustle. She was very good.
One thing I'd also want to commend her on, and I mentioned this to Katie, was she wore some big ass earrings, and there was no way that her ears weren't like getting ripped
Stretched out.
off.
She actually had to get ear reconstructive surgery after this movie.
Probably.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
I'm gonna for my favorite. I'm gonna go back to the well here and pick Josh Charles as Brian. Again, I thought he was what?
I should have picked them. Damn it.
He was very like I said, I mean, aside from his one psychopath moment, this is what you get when you're picking three. Like you gotta overlook those kind of attitude issues. You just think you can, you get them into your program. You think you can fix those kind of things, attitude problems, staying out too late, stuff like that. But no, he was good. Like I said, I enjoyed the chemistry between him and Christina Applegate. And then I got to give him a shout out for the old school Baltimore Orioles cap. I loved that. And I'll give anybody credit who can drive in another country on the right side of the vehicle. He had the steering wheel on the right side, and he no accidents from what I saw. So I give him props for that. The Baltimore Orioles caps, and we're gonna overlook the absolute freak out he had on Sue Ellen because it was just completely unnecessary.
Which freak out, when she wouldn't tell him where he worked, or when he drove up to her house when there was clearly a social engagement going on and was screaming into the
You
thing.
know what? You know what? We look at the results from that. He got good results. So we're gonna, sometimes you take a little bit of a unwanted path to get to your goal, but he got the job done. So I'm referring to his freak out about the job. That was just unhinged.
Yeah, because those patterns don't continue later on in life. They stop there. So
For sure.
yeah, he doesn't
Listen,
get. Hey, sorry.
we're picking third overall. We got sometimes you got to let this thing slide.
Someone say small freak out. Someone say the smallest freak out.
Justified. Okay.
I can go for Ani Mensch.
Please.
Gus. Gus is.
How dare you?
I can't say. I mean, what a sleazeball, but to perfection. I mean, that's what you want out of a early '90s, late '80s sleazeball villain. I mean, played it to perfection. I mean, Gus had me going the entire movie. Just. Just a sleazeball. I mean, when he came in with the flowers and then all of a sudden with the tickets, I mean, typical sleaze, and I love it because I sometimes want to be a sleaze, but I can't be a sleaze because I have a conscience. So I'm going to give it to my man Gus for being the ultimate sleaze.
Yeah. I mean, top of the pops when it comes to sleazeballs.
Oh my God, Mount Rushmore sleaze.
I mentioned I'll go with Walter, because I love that kid. He was in Rookie of the Year. Good for him.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah. And quick Ani mensch to a non-character character. That entertainment system was absolutely ridiculous. That TV was smaller than my laptop, and it had like all this other crap around it.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the Maxell VHSs that they
Oh
were
yeah.
stocked to the gill with those. But it's fun. Like, obviously, I was expecting like the huge flat screen, the surround sound setup, but then I had to think about it for a second. Like, well, it is 1991. This is probably what they. There had to be bigger TVs
There was.
Yeah, there was.
in '91, right?
I mean, they were like 4 million pounds, but yeah, they were there.
Yeah.
Whatever. Any other Ani mentions?
Yeah, Kenny for the redemption arc. I know Benny hated
Love
it.
it.
I know Benny hates redemptions and people doing good.
I love a redemption. I love a good redemption. I'm not giving out redemption for nothing.
What some would say Kenny redemption was one of the best redemptions of all time.
I have some.
Cut his
Very
hair,
few.
didn't burn any Belgian waffles.
Listen, you're not getting any
Change
points
his
for me
name
for
to
cutting off your
Kenny.
hair.
Yeah, somebody had he had a souffle going. He was slaving all over the house and ripped Sue Ellen for coming home late, not telling him. I mean, he had friends like Hellhound and Lizard. I mean, come on, those are the boys. Please.
Just immediately jumped on board when Christina Applegate said like one thing, that they should be act like a family, and he's like, let's rock and roll, let's go. Like, go
Yeah,
for
but
it.
I mean, that was the second time she tried to talk
I know.
some sense into the boy.
I know. Sometimes it takes a little work. Um, wait, I had another. Obviously, David Duchovny.
Oh,
Have to.
forget about it.
And a quick shout out to Kathy, the office welcome mat, who everyone, I assume, just used her to do all her work. But she was nice about it.
Yeah,
And how
it's a real
dare
MVP.
yeah, and then how dare Sue Ellen? She's the only person that brought something, and you poo-pooing her gelatin.
Yeah,
And she did actually she
did all your work.
destroyed all those QED reports and just probably killed them. They look how neat they were when she brought them back. How dare you? That poor lady's gonna be never getting a raise and just doing all the work for everybody her entire life.
Question: worst report, QED report, or what's the one from Office Space?
TPS,
TPS, yeah,
100% QED. That thing was
a
monstrous.
monster. What the hell was even on? What the hell was it? I don't even know.
I have no idea, but there were numbers. Everything was sideways. I would have been like, "Nah, I'm out. I quit."
That must have
Nah.
taken like 6 months to print on a laser printer like
Oh
that.
my god!
But I'd love to have heard it. That
For the
noise is
Oh
first,
yeah.
fantastic.
yeah, for the first 5 minutes, and you'd be like, "Turn this
Then
thing
I'm
off."
then I'm done.
How quick are you guys running out of petty cash?
Ah, so fast.
I'm burning through it. I'm buying cigs. I'm buying Celeste pizzas. I mean, forget about it. What else is next? I'm buying probably Panasonic surround system. So,
Ani Mensch favorite character, Mama Celeste.
oh, Ani Mensch, Julia Childs,
Yeah.
and Pictionary in the background. Was that Pictionary they were playing? What game was that in there?
I was gonna ask. I don't want to spend too much time on it because we don't have to go down a rabbit hole. But what was that game show where they were drawing? Because I've seen that before.
I thought it was. It's like
Like,
Pictionary.
yeah, it's like something like that. Pictionary.
I used to love that game show. Let me see, drawing game show.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
I don't know.
That was one of those game shows that was on, like, obviously Game Show Network, and I used to love that show. We don't have to spend any more time on it.
I think it
Yeah.
was. I think it was Pictionary.
Win,
Maybe
lose,
not.
or draw.
That's it.
Okay, that name's not ringing a bell, but I definitely remember watching that show.
Yeah, that's it. What a cast of characters: Vicki Lawrence, Burt Reynolds, Ricardo Montalban.
The best. All right. Well, if there's no other Ani Menches, we do it every week. What suggestions do you guys have to make this film better?
More Gus.
It-
Get him better.
I just had a loss for words. I don't even want to entertain that. For me, you know what I think might have helped? Change the name of the movie to something like Office Team or something. I mean, that's probably already a movie.
Yeah, please.
That's probably a very successful franchise now that I think about it. No wonder they didn't pick that. They would have had a big like Office Team 20. But yeah, something big too. I don't care. Again, another one that's probably made.
Yeah,
But
that's yeah.
but yeah, give me, because I don't know. It just, that name kind of sets you into like it's gonna be about them with the babysitter. And then, like I said, this movie just went, it made a got off the exit at wild office comedy. So maybe if you change the name, I would have been a little bit more into it.
That's true.
Ty.
Tied it up. I fully agree. Changing the name would have been huge. Cause like, yeah, I mean, we picked it because it had mom in the title for this week. And she was in it for like 4 seconds. But
Yeah.
probably good because she stinks.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Worst.
I don't know. I don't really have any suggestions. Like you can't do that much and then turn it into like an Oscar movie, like an Oscar winning movie. Like it is what it is. It's like a stupid, corny 90s comedy, coming of age comedy. It's fine. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like add a little more of them like evolving instead of just all of a sudden now she's a fashion design like expert. Like at least have her drawn. So I mean, I know like early in the movie they show her like picking an outfit. Like, okay, I don't think that does that. But
Chekhov's gun, baby. Chekhov's gun.
yeah. And I mean, I know it was the 90s, but those uniforms were disgusting that she
Terrible.
designed.
Terrible.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe just make it a little bit better, their redemption. But I mean, Kenny's redemption was perfect. I don't want to hear any Kenny slander anymore.
Never.
He dug himself too deep of a hole.
He was a pothead. That's it.
Slam it for life. For life.
You're crazy. Cut Kenny some slack. I mean Kenneth. Cut Kenneth some slack.
Kenneth, I'll cut slack.
All right.
Kenny, no slack.
No slack given.
Unbelievable.
Well, I do have a way that we can make this film better, and we do
I'm just
it
gonna
every
say,
week.
sorry, I'm just gonna say 15 minutes. Trim it down. Give me an hour 30. That's all I want.
That would have been nice. You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just give me like hour 30. These movies should be hour 30s.
Unless
Alright.
you're like a
Tops.
prestige drama.
Yeah. Hour 30 in, hour 30 out. She's dead. Hijinks ensues. Kenny's back. Walter's got a broken leg. Gus is just sucking and fucking all over LA. And that's it.
Not just LA, Santa Barbara too.
That's a summer home for Gus.
Probably. Well, anyway, sorry for I thought your answer was more Gus, but
Oh, all the time.
we do play it every week. We cast Matt Damon in a role that we've invented or that already exists, and we call it working overtime because for some reason we love Matt Damon.
How could you not?
How could you not? It's true. Benny, would you like to go first?
Sure. Give me Matt Damon give me a young Matt Damon, a very young Matt Damon, a teenage Matt Damon, another teenage Matt Damon, and another young Matt Damon. Give me 5 Matt Damons in a Big Mama's House-esque where they put him in the scene with himself 5 times as all the kids. And that, you know what? Give me 4. We'll keep Christina Applegate, but her bouncing off 4 Matt Damons.
Please.
Do I have to say anything else? I mean, this movie would have been fantastic. This would be a yearly, if not bi-yearly movie that you just have to spin up every couple months. Yeah, give me as many Matt Damons as you can fit into this movie. Maybe you age him up and you have also Matt Damon as Gus, and you kill two birds with one stone here. But just give me as many Matt Damons as possible as the kids.
Love it. Please, what a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Like the Boxcar Children.
Yeah. What a reference. Good one.
The Boxcar Children.
Just 18 different books.
How'd they get in that fucking car every time? Give me a middle-aged, handsome, wise, because he left, Matt Damon as the father, the one who left the mom. And the movie is actually, it turns out it's only a 10-minute movie because they call him and he shows up and sees that they're living in absolute filth and takes them away from that terrible mother, never to be seen again. And that's the end of the movie. Roll credits.
They all go to Harvard.
Harvard.
Just increasingly successful, each one of them. That you made my night with that one.
It'd be amazing. Robbie.
Give me a young 22-year-old, fresh out of college, California dreaming, buff, all the right stuff. Long blonde hair, beautiful blonde hair, summer breeze, sea salt in the locks. Give me Matt Damon as Gus's younger brother, Axel. Imagine those two in the fucking office. What damage they would do in the office together. I mean, forget about it. You think Gus is a Casanova? Wait till Axel comes in out of college, right out of UC Santa Barbara. I mean, forget about it. I mean, the guy is going to be a sex machine, lawsuits everywhere, probably fired for some kind of sexual harassment. I mean, if you thought Gus was an animal in the sheets, giving 48-hour orgasms, I'm going to tell you something right now. Matt Damon as Axel is giving at least 72-hour minimum orgasms. I mean, forget about it. Who? Why wouldn't you want to see young Matt Damon on screen? You know,
and he
just
wouldn't even have to try that hard either.
No, you just go toe to toe with him and Gus just walking around, giving flowers to every girl in the office, doing stupid things, probably doing the thing where you pull your zipper down, you stick your finger in a hole and say, look at my Pishkadel. I mean, things like that get you in trouble. Funny things, simple as
I got
that.
something
Probably,
for you to photocopy.
Yeah.
yeah, going around the office with the ladies, probably purchasing a couple of tickets to go see Michael McDonald and Doobie Brothers at the Hollywood Bowl. I mean, forget about it. What a movie.
Oh, if Gus did that, he would have been my favorite character.
Yeah, right. Please forget about it. A little yacht rock. Come on, revival. Forget about it. So give me
Best.
Matt Damon as Gus, as the younger brother Axel.
As always, perfect.
This Gus has me wanting to go around just philandering.
Stay away from the executive assistants, Robbie.
That's true. I got to think next time I go, into work, I got to chill out.
Anything else about don't tell mom the babysitter's dead?
I'm out. I'm all out of stuff on this one.
Yeah. Not the best Mother's Day movie, but it's a fun watch.
It was a fun watch.
Yeah. It's a fun episode. It was fun talking about it.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, we've been talking about, a movie that wasn't that great because I feel like we all knew we'd have fun talking about it. So I'm glad we watched this one because it was fun to talk about.
Agree. Yeah, I think I like when we watch like really good movies because it's like we talk about that, but like riffing back and forth about how this movie sucks or this character sucks is fun.
That's where the money's made.
Yeah, that's right. Except this week we said some choice words. I think all of us were pretty loose this week, so we'll see how YouTube reacts.
Yeah, sorry about dropping that word. I mean to.
It's okay. We'll bleep it.
I said some shit too. Again. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, please send us an email like we asked you earlier. It's in the show notes. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on your favorite podcast platform, Instagram, all that stuff. Get involved. Send us messages. We love it. And we appreciate you listening this long. I got nothing else. Robbie, tell them good night.
Good night to all the moms out there. We love you. We appreciate you. And watch out for Gus.
I can feel it down in my
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
lungs.
Love you, Mom.
When I hear a sound,
Dishes are
I rap
done,
at the door, my
man.
young son Gabriel walks in. My wife says, no, Gabriel, leave. I said, no, let the boy watch. Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father, the way he learned.